Hi, good evening, everyone. I wanted to go ahead and record this video because I have to give my most recent testimony. When the pandemic started, I was frantic. As I've told you all previously, I do have a special needs daughter. Maria has quite a few eligibilities. She's got quite a few diagnoses, is what I should call them. She does have cerebral palsy. She has schizencephaly. She has lordosis. She has scoliosis. She does have a heart condition. So she's very involved and she's tube fed. When this happened, because she lives in a group home, I was no longer able to visit with her, so we had to see each other through the window. So there was no person to person contact. So that made my mind run wild. I was like, what if I never see her again? What if she gets COVID? What if something happens to her, right? I had to shift my mindset. I had to do what I needed to do to progress in my personal peace and see things differently. I had to not focus on the fact that I couldn't see her personally, and I had to just appreciate the fact that I could still yell at her and see her through the window. And I had to trust that she was being taken care of because, I could not do it myself. Um, so, in gaining personal peace, um, it has been challenged. Anytime you reach a new level in life, you always get challenges. It's kind of like okay, you said you've reached that level, now let's see if you actually have. So I knew something was going to eventually come and test me. I was hoping that it was not COVID. Last Thursday, I was told that a couple of people in the group home had tested positive for COVID and that Maria would be tested the next day, which was last Friday. So we got her results last Sunday. Last Sunday, I was told she tested positive for COVID. All right, here we go. Here's the test. How much of a believer am I, right? At that point, I was able to see Maria because the group home owner met me at the hospital. Um, the hospital did not take her and turn me away. They let me stay with her in the ER for 10 hours. I appreciated that. During that time, I told Maria a lot of childhood stories. I told her to pray. I told her that every time she sees the sun, that God is smiling at her. I told her that we would be calling at least twice a day to check on her. Um, they finally wheeled her up to a room at about 5 a.m. Monday morning. And as she was leaving, I was like, this can't be the last time I see her. I mean, I was like, this can't be it. But my baby, with all these diagnoses, and she does have decreased lung capacity, meaning that even at her best, her lungs are not working at full capacity. She has been in the hospital before with pneumonia. You can't imagine everything that went through my mind, went through my family's minds. Everybody that loves Maria was in constant prayer. So a couple days go by, no fever. Her oxygen was great. And we just kept checking in, kept praying. Couldn't see her, of course, because no one can go on the COVID floor. So we're just praying for the best and not trying to think about the worst. Well, fast forward to Friday. Friday, no change in Maria, no fever. Her oxygen levels are good. She's presenting as asymptomatic. and the hospital wanted to discharge her. Well, Maria lives in a group home, and the current rule is that she has to test negative twice before they can accept her back. So Friday, Maria tested positive again. So the group home could not take her. Well, as a parent, I didn't want her to stay in the hospital indefinitely, not being able to see her, communicate, not knowing what was going on other than what I was being told. So I went ahead and picked her up today. So Miss Maria is out of the hospital. She is still COVID positive as of Friday. She has not been tested again since Friday. And she's in good spirits and she appears to be in stable health. And it is just a blessing. It's a blessing straight from God. It is a modern miracle, at least for me and my family and the folks that love Maria. Because when it comes to pre-existing conditions and who would be most affected, Maria is the type of person that would be at the top of that list, but God. So I just wanted you all to see Maria today because she is with me. So I will put her on camera. I'm going to put on my mask and then I'll come back and you all can see Maria. Okay, so this is Miss Maria. Hi, Maria. You smile for the camera? Thank you. All right, so this is my daughter Maria. She is going to be with me until further notice, until she tests negative twice. So we're going to have someone come into my home and help me with her, but she's doing all right. She's okay, and we are very grateful for that. So we're just going to continue to quarantine and do the best we can to take care of ourselves and each other. And I just implore everyone to do the same thing. And if it can happen for us, it can absolutely happen for you. So God is still in the miracle making business. So be blessed and stay well. Bye bye.